Hi, welcome to Copenhagen. Thanks for dropping in. Hope everybody is doing well. Today, I thought I would do something a bit different. Um, I'm going to do a time lapse of this little diamond painting, and I thought I would do it as a live. So I have the camera set up so that you can see what I'm working on, and I have my phone set up, which is this black thing that you can see just here. Um, So I'm going to set that on time lapse and I'm going to sit and do this little partial diamond painting. I've posted a couple so far. I found this in a local mall. There were a lot of them, small. It's just card. It's not canvas. It's just a piece of like thick cardboard. But I thought a bit of fun, something a bit different. People can see them. Maybe something that the grandkids would be interested in. I don't know. But the first thing I do when I set these up is because I'm doing a time lapse, I don't want the card moving about as I'm working on it. So the first thing I have to do is actually stick it down. So what I do is I use the good old masking tape, make it into some little loops, and stick them on the back. Hi Helen, how's sunny Scotland? Thanks for dropping in. So I'm just going to set 5. Oops, didn't do that one enough. Just going to set 5 little circles and put them down. So these will stick to the mats and the picture won't move as I'm working on it. And so far, none of these have been totally flat. They're a bit sort of warped. So it makes it a bit more difficult to keep it still. Oops. Talking about weather, the temperatures went up quite a bit in Copenhagen. It's 9 degrees Celsius just now. The past few days it's been below freezing, so it's nice to see the temperatures going up. It is wet today though, it's been raining quite a bit. So this is the sort of background stuff that people don't see. So this is what I've been doing, 5 little loops, then I turn it over and I need to get it so that it's lined up for the phone. So I'm talking probably about there, that looks okay. Press it down so it sticks. Hopefully it doesn't pop up or move. So a very small diamond painting. I thought I was going to sneeze there. As I said, saw them in a local mall and just thought I would get them something a little bit different. So they come with a key. Surprisingly, they actually have the DMC codes, round drills, and this one has 11 different colours. So here we have the little picture. None of these actually have a name, so I've just been giving them names. So I'm calling this one Dave the Dragon. The last one I did was Polly the Pirate. And I've got one more to do, so that'll be coming up at some point. But I thought people might just want to see a little bit more about these things. So that's it. Nothing much to it. Little picture, and the instructions are in Danish because I'm in Denmark. So no English instructions, but it's just the same old thing. Nothing new. So it does come with a sheet on top, which I have to remove. Obviously to stop stuff sticking to the glue. And I have noticed that the glue is very sticky. like when you put a drill down, you can't really slide it. It's not like poured glue. It's a lot harder, and this one is actually even harder. Never had this problem getting the cover off the rest. So this could be interesting. We had snow or flaky snow. The rain washed away. The snow. It's very cold, is it? The temperatures, like I said, are going up in Denmark. Just nearly, just went under 9 degrees just now. I've got a sensor outside so I can check the temperature. But recently it's been pretty much around freezing. This is very, very sticky. I think the glue's going to be okay. I'm trying to hold it so it doesn't shoot away when I get to the end. Okay, none of the rest have been like that. And this is the third one out of 4. Tammy's good. She is watching Vikings as I do this. Not something that ever caught my attention. So I'm working from bags. I've got these little bags. I've cut them all open. They came in a string. I will be doing an unboxing, or was it an unboxing, an unbagging of the last one and doing it as a proper video. But I just thought I would do this as just something a bit different. So you can see little bags. I've already cut them open, so they're all sitting at the side, and just need to decide how I'm going to work this. So pretty much set up for the camera. So hit the button and time lapse has started. So when you see this, Helen, if you see it on Instagram or YouTube Shorts, you'll be able to say, I was in there. Yeah, it's a tiny snack. This one actually has the most drills out of all of them. The only area that doesn't have drills is the sky, which is quite a small part of this one. So I think I'll start with the cloud, I think. So that is D, which is number 11. So the other thing I noticed is you get plenty of drills. I will have a lot of spares. I was quite surprised they had the DMC codes. Really wasn't expecting that, a little kit like this. So when you see this video on YouTube Shorts or Instagram, it will be mega fast. But this might give people a better idea of how long they actually take. I think the last one I did, it took 26 seconds in time-lapse time. I never actually timed it. Maybe 30 minutes, maybe. But it didn't have as many drills as this one. I did notice on the other two, sometimes the placing of the drills, it's really hard to get them where it wants them. They haven't really left enough space. I'm using a pen. I tend to use a pen when it's rounds. Sometimes I use the tweezers, but I find that the rounds can be quite slippery at the edges, and the tweezers keep slipping off them. So rather than messing about with that, I just use a pen. So I just picked 4 at random. The first one was a little pup in a teacup. The second one was a parrot holding up a telescope and it had a pirate's hat on. This is the third one. And I've got one more, but I'm going to do that as an actual unbagging video. I really just got them to do as time lapses, nice quick short ones, pretty fun. Finished Diamond Dots Forest Babe. We started that diamond painting on the 1st of March. and finished it on the 16th. Well, that was pretty fast. I'm just over halfway on Springtime Beauty. That's going to be, I'll guess, at least another 2 weeks, probably longer. Need wax. I'm not used to this using wax. I definitely prefer using tweezers now. Started on Friday evening. Diamond Dots, Elegant Rosy. Cool. I've only got one Diamond Dots. It was good to manage to suck the wax out of the pen. Yeah, I've only got one Diamond Dots. Winter Wonderland. It's pretty big. I finished that a while ago. It was actually the diamond painting that got me using tweezers because I had a lot of ABs and I was using tweezers for ABs and I got used to using them, and that was rounds. So when I tried them in squares, I found it really easy. So I pretty much stuck to tweezers, but as I said, I will use the pens on rounds. So you can see that one there, a bit over where it should be, but they just don't fit. So just highlights and eyes, and then that's the white finished, and I've got a lot left. So I'll put them in the bag. Try not to spill them. I spilled them in the last video, but because it's time lapse, I don't think you really noticed what happened, but I spilled most of what was left, and it was actually the whites. I was shaking them in the bag and I dropped the bag. So they landed all over me on the floor, but because it was white, it was quite easy to see them. Okay, so I think I'll do the little castle. So that's number 5. Okay, double checking I'm getting the right thing here because that castle looks like it's purple on the picture, but the drills for number 5 are blue, which is unusual for rounds because usually the background in rounds is pretty much the same colour as the drills because of the gaps. So I'll have to trust them. So even though it looks like it's purple, it's quite hard to see actually. Got a dark colour and they've got black print. Yeah, on this colour down here, it's a white 7 against the darker background. This would definitely have been a better idea to do these with white number instead of black. Just going through my stash. Yeah, I'm trying my best to stick to a no buy. I'm doing better than I have in the past. But I've now got a lot of diamond paintings that I really want to do. But I was just walking past the store, they had these outside on a rack with like birthday cards and all that sort of stuff. And I just saw them. I thought, oh, they're diamond paintings. Really unusual to see them. So I thought, yeah, I'll get some of these. So I bought 4. So I suppose I added to my stash, but it won't take me long. I've only got one left to do. But I thought some people might see them and maybe some younger kids might see them and think, oh, that's quite cool. Get them interested. You never know. So the glue actually seems to be okay. You'll notice I'm doing the checkerboard. That's habit. So I think the time lapse for this will probably be, I'll take a guess at something like 45 seconds. But normally when I'm doing lives like this, I stop and talk, but because I know I'm recording a time lapse, I have to try and talk and diamond paint at the same time. Being a guy, multitasking is not easy. We'll see how it goes. So I don't know if this is meant to be a Welsh castle with the Welsh dragon. So that's the castle done. Again, plenty of spare drills. And they do have the DMC code, so I can keep them. Just need to watch I don't drop the bag. So that's done. That's number 5. I think we'll do number 6. Number 6. Got a nice green. So we'll do the checkerboard again. I think it helps just to keep things evenly spaced. Struggling to pick up already. The pink wax I'm using has been lying around here for months, so that's probably why it's not that sticky. Yep, might be time to try a new piece, but try again. The last time I tried to fill the pen, it pulled the wax out. It went that time. And then once I put new wax in, maybe put down a couple, not even a couple. Depends how hard I press. If I press at all, I wipe the tip with my thumb. That takes off any excess that might have squeezed out the tip of the pen. Sometimes you get it even though you don't see it, but you can feel it. I don't like to get the pink wax in between drills because then I have to sit with tweezers and try and pick it back out again. So usually when I fill the pen, I'll wipe the end of the pen with my thumb maybe 3 times, and then after that it should be fine. I think I'm going to have to change the wax. This isn't picking up as well as it should. Yeah, it's not picking up. I do have another piece that's new. So, or newer, not new, but give this a try. Again, just taking the excess off before I start. Yeah, this feels better. That's better. But again, when I'm using a pen, basically I just touch the drill. I don't press on it. And then when I'm putting them down, I just touch the glue with the drill, unless I'm trying to push it into place. But I find that the lighter touch you have, the longer the wax lasts. So no rhyme or reason the way I'm doing this. Just doing checkerboard. Just working from section to section with the same colour. The thing is, when you're doing things this small, it's easier just to do all of the same colour. Just do the whole thing. That way you're not chopping and changing. But when they're so small, it's no big deal. It's stuck. So I started to notice more diamond painting starting to appear in some of the shops in Copenhagen. It wasn't that long ago that I couldn't find any. Now I think there's 3 different stores, but they're a bit different from what we would normally get. A lot of them have they're already framed. They have the canvas is stretched over a wooden frame, and there's a piece of hardboard behind the canvas, so you can't use a light pad. I've noticed they call it diamond art here. They don't call it diamond painting. But so far, all of the kits are pretty basic. They do bigger ones, but they're not. They're nowhere near as good as I've seen from other companies. They're very sort of blocky in colour, not a lot of detail. That work is pretty basic. It still feels as if they're aimed more at kids than adults. I did some unbaggings or unboxings, I can't remember. Well, it wasn't on anything, they weren't in boxes or bags. I did some reviews of some that I bought from a different store, and the diamond painting pens had no brass tips in them, which I found really weird. The first time it happened, I thought it was a fluke. I thought it was just something went wrong and they hadn't put the brass insert in. Then when I got the second kit from the same place, it was the same thing. They put in the tip that you normally get with the normal pink diamond painting pens. They've got the plastic part, but they don't have the brass. So I've been in touch with the company. Still waiting on them getting back to me though. The other thing is they supply a tray that has no ridges, which means when you shake the tray, the drills just slide, they don't flip over. Seems kind of pointless. So I mentioned that as well. Just asked them why their tips don't have a brass insert when every other company I've tried do. So whether they take the time to answer me, we'll wait and see. So work my way up, I'm going to work my way back. That's the thing about diamond painting, it's really up to the person how they work things. Doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you end up with the drills in the right place. In my town, only one shop. Okay, they sell diamond dots. I mean, diamond dots are good, definitely good quality. I spoke to them quite a bit, maybe, I don't know, 2 years ago, maybe even longer. I think it was before Corona, I can't remember. But I got a lot of information from them. They were very, very helpful. And I think we've had it with the wax. So again, just put that one down and wipe the tip with my thumb to try and get any excess. How many diamond paintings do you have in your stash, Helen? Do you have a lot? So I think that's all 6. And Staff thinks, well, that's going to take you a long time. I suppose it depends what size they are, but I would imagine they're reasonable size. They're not going to be as small as this thing. Okay, so 6 is done. I'll do C, which is 10. So looking at the actual print, it looks like C's should be dark green, but they're not. No, we've got that one quite right. Bit better. Do you prefer round or square, Helen, or do you not have a preference? Both. Yeah, I'm the same. I mean, I really don't mind. It's the picture that's the main thing for me. I wouldn't not buy a picture because it was round, but if I have the choice between round and square, I would pick square. But I have plenty of round ones as well. It's weird as well not having a light pad in the background. I'm not used to having the canvas lit up. But obviously I can't do it with these because they're pretty thick cardboard. The light wouldn't shine through. Just makes it that bit harder to see, especially when you've got darker backgrounds like this one. That's a darker background, a black letter. I mean, I can see it, but it's just so much easier with a light pad. What's your favourite diamond painting that you've done so far, Helen? Do you have one that you like more? I don't think I have an absolute favourite. Doing these like this for time lapses is always awkward because the camera is where my head would normally be. So I have to look around it, and then sometimes I get reflections on the glue. It's kind of hard to see the symbols, so you've got to sort of move about. Not something I could do for a long time. But the main diamond painting I'm working on just now is Springtime Beauty from Diamond Art Club, and that's underneath this cover. But when I saw these, I just thought it looked like a little bit of fun. I could do them as time lapses, so that's what I'm doing. So I'm live and recording this as a time lapse at the same time. So when you see the time lapse, Helen, you'll be able to say I was there when he was doing that. And I know it took longer than 45 seconds. It's just a guess. I don't know how long it'll take. Probably less than 45 seconds. I would like 2 diamond paintings framed and up on my wall. Mad Kitty and the Tree of Life. Framing is pretty expensive. Unless you happen to get a standard size frame, like a standard size diamond painting. But a lot of the diamond paintings, especially from Diamond Art Club, are really unusual sizes. And to get them framed can be pretty expensive. Because again, Diamond Art Club are normally pretty big canvases. I suppose that's an advantage when you buy from companies that give you a range of different sizes. You can buy a size to fit a frame and then just buy, off the shelf frame, which is cheaper. But I haven't used frames for a long time, like the traditional wooden frame with the glass. I've switched over to magnetic frames. But I've been thinking about it. I think I might get some framed, but not have any glass in them. The glass really irritates me because of the reflections. I don't like it when I look at a diamond painting and I can see a reflection of a light or a reflection of a window or anything. I prefer to be able to just see the diamond painting. So, come on, go on. So yeah, I know when I first started, people would say, "Oh, you have to get them framed. They have to be behind glass or perspex to stop dust," and it makes sense. It sounds right. But I've got some diamond paintings that I've had up for quite a while now, and dust doesn't seem to really bother them. They're still as sparkly as ever. I'm not saying there isn't dust, but it isn't affecting them. So number 2 is toenails, I think. Oh, it's got glow in the dark. I haven't tried any glow in the dark yet. I think that's it for 2. Yep. Again, a lot of extras. Probably 100 extra, something like that. So number 3. I also got glow in the dark drills so I can add glow in the dark drills when I want. Yeah, extras. Hi Susan, thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I sometimes wonder when I see the numbers going up and nobody talks, and I think, are you diamond painting? Are you working? A lot of people drop in while they're at work, so they can't really comment. I think they just sit and listen. Thanks for dropping in. I don't frame most of my diamond paintings unless they're special ones or gifts, and don't like glass either. Just put coloured masking tape. Yeah. I cut well, most of the time I use magnetic frames. That's what I've been using. I trim the sides off completely, and then I trim the top and bottom so they're only the width of the frame, so you don't see it. But I'm thinking if we get some framed with the sort of traditional frame, we would probably get the sort of, you know how they do the sort of card border, have that, and then the canvas could get glued behind it, sort of thing. I mean, I did get one framed a long time ago. It's an 80 by 100 custom. That was expensive. Looks really nice, but it was expensive. And then you start thinking, if I'm going to do this with every diamond painting, it's going to cost me an absolute fortune. So I was looking for cheaper ways to do it. Magnetic frames are okay until you get to the bigger sizes because they're not really made for the weight of a diamond painting or a big diamond painting. And I did have one fall out of the frame. So the big ones, I staple them. Still use a magnetic frame, but actually staple the wood to the canvas. That way I don't have to worry about them slipping out. I mean, I think it also depends how many diamond paintings. I mean, some people only do a few, like they think, right, okay, I want this one in the living room, this one in the bedroom, whatever. But I would like to frame pretty much all of them one way or another, and then I can swap them out around the place because that's what we've been doing. I mean, I've got quite a few that are framed, but as I started to realise how much I was spending on frames, I stopped that. Just too expensive. And then the problem is, as well, is finding a frame that fits the size of the canvas. And some of the canvases are just weird sizes. You won't get them just walking into a store. You've got to get them made. Or if you're crafty, you can make them yourself, I suppose, but I'm not crafty. I shouldn't have done that. I was trying to be clever there, and one stuck to the side of the pen, and I was trying to drop that. That's where tweezers come in handy. In fact, no, I'm not going to swap. I was forgetting I'm doing a time lapse. It sort of messes the idea of the time lapse up. If I start off using a pen and then I switch on to tweezers so far through. So I'll have to stick to the pen. What's your canteen diamond painting? Yeah, the coffee owl is the one that's up at the moment in the canteen. Springtime Beauty, I was thinking I was going to put that up next, but I don't think I'm going to have it finished for the beginning of next month. So I'll pick out something else that I've finished and put that up. Don't know what yet. I do have quite a few to choose from, so it's no big deal. But they really like them at work, so it's nice that people appreciate them. Okay, I think that's all the threes. Noticed I missed some twos. I missed two twos. Oh, I missed threes as well. This is threes. I'm not finished. Threes over here. I found out that one of the women that works in the breakfast area, her son diamond paints, and I think he's only about 10. So she showed me one they had finished, and then a couple of days ago she showed me the one he was working on. He's definitely moving up from. I think the first one was a sort of basic Disney type, Mickey Mousey type thing. But the one that he's working on now is a colourful lion head, like the lion's mane, multicoloured. Looks really cool. So he's working on that. One of the maintenance guys told me that his mum does them, and she's in Poland, I think. Quite a lot of people ask me about them, but I think they like them, but they're not. I missed one there. They're not thinking about taking it up because they look at it and they think, like I say to them, well, I put every piece in one at a time, and they look at them and they think, how have you got the patience to do that? Most people aren't really interested in trying it, but they like to see what's coming next. I think I got all the threes this time. I'll get those twos that I missed. Only need two. As far as I can see anyway. You know, it's like you get to the end and then you think, oh, I missed something here, I missed something there. Okay, we'll go for A. Quite a lot of A. What was that? Number 9. Number 9. Pink. Just double check. Always double check before I start. So A is 9. So instead of doing checkerboard, I'm just going to do something different. Makes it a bit more interesting for the time-lapse videos. If you just do the checkerboard all the same and starting from right going to left all the time, it just becomes a bit repetitive to watch. If people are watching it and then suddenly I've been doing all this checkerboard and then suddenly I start doing this line that goes, makes it a bit more interesting, I think. Because they're wondering what I'm going to do next. So this one, I'm just going to do like a snake going round. Hadn't thought about it. I mean, I'm just sort of making it up as I go, but I'm thinking, right, okay, I'll do this one just as a line. Looks quite good in time lapse. So if we go around all the outside. Time for wax, I think. My staff said I should have a diamond pit here. You should. Little Helen's Diamond Art Gallery. Let people see what you've done. I think that's a good idea. I noticed that a woman that sells diamond paintings in Denmark, she has put up a thing on, I think it was Instagram, where people can go and meet up and sit and diamond paint together. But it's not in Copenhagen. I don't know where it is. But that could be quite interesting to actually meet people face to face. But I just get the feeling that diamond painting in Denmark is at its very, very, very early stages. From all the stuff I've seen in the stores, they don't really understand just how detailed diamond paintings can be. They're all pretty basic. This gets a bit harder when it's only a single line. I'll go up the line and come back. Trying to duck around the camera can be awkward. Definitely more to this one than the other three. Definitely taking longer. So I did up to the end, so I'll come back. Yeah, it's a single line. Just always tempted to go back to doing checkerboard, but I'll try and do it as a solid. I think I'll go back. Start here. Why didn't do one of your canteen diamond paintings? What do you mean? As a time lapse? That would take forever. The reason I can do these as time lapses and a complete video is because they're so small. I'm limited to 1 minute, so I think the last one I did was 26 seconds or something. This one will be longer. Yeah, the line thing's getting harder to figure. I don't think it's going to work. Again, the lettering is just a bit too close sometimes. It's hard to get the drills in. Oh yeah, them. Yeah, well, I was already working on springtime one. I quite like the Bon Appetit. I might do that next for the canteen. So 3. That's close. I nearly flipped the tray. The heel of my hand caught the tray as I moved up. That would have been bad. I think I should have started this earlier. What time is it? 5 to 10. Well, I thought Dave was going to be a purple dragon. Turns out he's pink. Have you bought any new D? I haven't. I have been a very good boy. Haven't bought any. I've still got one to unbox though. I'm not sure when I'll get round to doing it, but one to unbox and no plans to buy any more Diamond Art Club or any other company for quite a while because I think I've got. I can't look at that because I'm recording. I think I've got something like 8 to 8 diamond paintings, so I don't really need any more. So I'm going to try and concentrate on getting that number down before I buy anything else. But I mean, I've already got the pumpkin herder for Halloween. I'm trying to think what else I've got seasonal. Christmas. The one I'm going to be unboxing is a Christmas one. Just some other ones though that I just really like. So yeah, I don't have any plans. I mean, I have seen a few already that I think that is really nice, but I have resisted the temptation. I think the thing is, especially with Diamond Art Club, there's always going to be something new coming out that you're really going to like. So I'm thinking if I can at least get my Diamond Art Club ones down to maybe a couple, then I'll start looking again. But that's going to be a long time. Yeah, this is not how I thought Dave was going to look. Pink and purple are very, very popular in diamond painting. Yeah, I'm beginning to think it never looked like a girl dragon, but the colours of the print are not the same as the colours of the actual drills. And normally with rounds they are. So I was expecting a purple dragon and got a pink one. So I might have to change Dave's name to Davina for the short. I'm in the same boat, have plenty and have to resist, but have to get the T-Rex one. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. We've got all these, the Bugs Bunny and all that came out as well. I'm sure a lot of kids would want them. I mean, I think it's a bit different when you've got somebody in mind. I nearly did it again. When you've got somebody in mind for a diamond painting, like if you've got like your grandson, your nephew, your niece, even your like your parents, your kids, whatever, and you see something, you think, oh yeah, so and so would really like that picture. Then I think you're more likely to get it. When you're just buying things because you like it, and then there's just always things you like. I think at some point you're going to sort of, as your stash builds and your bank account dwindles, you start to think, right, hang on a minute, I need to stop this because I don't think you're ever going to have everything you want because they're bringing out new stuff every Saturday. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in Diamond Art Club that I don't like. I mean, a lot of it, but I think it's because I'm a guy. Seems to be an awful lot of female characters that have abnormally large eyes. And I don't know, I sort of thought it was not what I expected, that the vast majority of diamond painters are female, and for whatever reason, the character, the main sex that they have diamond painting is female. There's very few male orientated artwork, as in male figures in the pictures. Most of it is female. I don't really know why. Same boat, same one. Just when I'm doing this, I'm not always looking. Hi, Carleen. Mixed feelings about Down Dark Club. I don't like the majority of their images either. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you feel as if I don't think it's just Diamond Art Club, but it's just there's certain themes that suddenly are really popular, and the companies just fire out like people really liked that, and they just do spins on it, but it all becomes samey to me anyway. Um, which is fine if that's the sort of thing you like, but I like things to be different. I like to try and like personally, I like to try and vary the diamond paintings, the style, the artwork, the subject, rather than just like big-eyed girls again and again and again. I mean, they did bring out Perfect Butt, and then they brought out Perfect Butt 2. I'm wondering if they're going to bring out Perfect Butt 3. Because that caused a little stir. Bare buttocks. Yeah, Dave is definitely very pink. Not that there's anything wrong with pink. A lot of new ones to that theme. Yeah, but I'm not that fussed on them either. I think the first one I saw that sort of thing was it called I'm Not Your Alice or something? It was like Alice in Wonderland, that she had scars and scratches on her arms. Yeah, I didn't like that at all. But it appeals to some people. I mean, this is the thing. I suppose you've got to try and appeal to different people as well. But the bottom line is, it depends how many sell. If they sell a lot of something, they will. I mean, you got to remember they're a company. They're out to make money. I mean, that's the point of any company. So they try and supply what people want, and that's why it seems to be inundated with female themes and girls with big eyes for some reason. I mean, I mentioned it in the group that for some reason men with big eyes are just not a thing. Dream of designs. I don't know if I've got. I think I might have. I can't remember. That's how bad it is. I can't remember the companies that I get stuff from. Dream of designs definitely rings a bell, but I don't know if it's just because I've seen all this stuff about them. So I must begin and really like the dragon you're working on. Thank you, Carleen. This was just one that I stumbled upon in the local mall. Suddenly, a load of diamond paintings appeared, and they've got them outside the store. That's why I happened to see them. The shop is called BOOED, which means books and ideas. It's mainly like office station, well, not office, school stationery and staples and books. And I think they've got like oil paint and that type of thing, but they'd never, up until recently, they never had diamond paintings. And then I saw these outside and I thought, oh, these are interesting. Obviously aimed at kids, just partials. It's card. If you go back to the beginning, once this is all finished, you'll see how I set it up. It's just a piece of thick card that's printed on, and too much, too much wax. A piece of card that's printed on. But I would say definitely aimed at the younger person. So I bought 4. So I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but I've done time lapses. I'm actually recording one just now. This is going to be a time lapse, a bit longer than the rest because there are more drills in this one than the other ones, and I'm sort of stopping a bit and talking. So I don't know how long the time lapse is going to be. Hopefully it's under a minute. But you'll be able to see them. I haven't actually done like an unbagging with these, like the usual sort of review type thing. I'm going to do one though. I've got one left to do. I'm going to do that and show the package and talk a bit more about it. Show you what you get in the kit, that sort of thing. But they have quite a lot, but nothing anywhere near the level of Diamond Art Club. They all come across as basic. It's as if they haven't really cottoned on to how detailed a diamond painting can be. I think of trying Dream Designs Customs. I don't have Instagram yet, Helen. Um, yeah, I mean, I think I've had about 8 customs done, but I've never done any with people because I've seen so many with people that look really bad because the skin tones are just totally off or the detail is really poor. The one I saw, I think it was a woman and she had no nose, it was just 2 black holes. It looked weird. Somebody else was lobster red, their skin was lobster red. When I see things like that, it's like, I don't know. The stuff that I got done as customs, if the colours were off a bit, it doesn't matter. Okay, I think, is that all the pink? And I missed another two. So that was all pink. Says here, hopefully. No, it's not. I missed three. Okay. I'll say that's all pink this time. I found some kids' stickers at a dollar store and bought them for fun. Yeah, I did them as well. It won't be the same ones, but I did that as well. I bought, I forget if it was 10. I think it was 10. Just little stickers. Yeah, I think they had some greetings cards and stuff in that store as well. But they had some bigger diamond paintings, but as I said, they were pretty basic. Okay, I'll get that number 2, I think. Hopefully it's the last one. And I think try number 7. I was quite surprised to see DMC codes. As far as I know, Mike does still do them. I was in touch with him maybe a couple of months ago. Somebody at work was talking about getting a custom done. So I sent a picture to Mike, but when I came back and gave them the price, they changed their mind. This is the other thing people don't really appreciate. Like, these things cost money, and then if he was talking about me doing the custom for him, so basically I order it, he pays for it, I do it, and then he pays me something towards my time. But when I gave him the price, he seemed to lose interest, so that was that. I think I'm going to do another video, like a proper video about prices, like the prices of different companies with the same size of canvas, or as close as possible to the same size, and see how prices compare. Because sometimes I think people don't consider the size of the picture when they're talking about things being expensive. Okay, I don't think this is going to be a 1-minute time lapse somehow. Hi Wilma, thanks for dropping in. Haven't seen you for a while. How's things? I'm working on what I was calling Dave the Dragon, but it looks like it's actually Davina the Dragon. I thought he was going to be purple, but he's pink. Doing well. Good. That's the other thing I don't really like about Dim Dark Club. While the image may be appealing, sometimes the size turns me off because it's too big for my. Yeah, I'm sure that's a common problem. Yeah, I've got some that are going to be a bit of a struggle. Just double checking what I'm doing here. Yeah, it definitely is, and I mean we've got dedicated drafting tables. Not not everybody's lucky enough to have that sort of space. And even at that, I mean, the one that I'm working on, Springtime Beauty, is is too big for the table, and it isn't a big one in comparison to some of the Diamond Dark Club. Sail Away was a bit of a problem. I forget how long it was, but it was big, 154 centimeters wide, I think. Looks really cool though. I've got a cat bookcase, but I don't think that's actually that big. I think dog bookcase was bigger. That's one that I'm looking forward to working on. Oh, this has turned into a slog. Never expected it to be as long as this. Should have started it this afternoon and not at night. If I hadn't been doing it as a time lapse, I probably would have stopped. Diamond painting fanatics. I have never heard of that. Yeah, I'll need to look that up. I'm doing lines, and then every now and again I just get back into the checkerboard thing without thinking. I haven't been diamond painting as much lately. Been on a knitting spree. Also, I have 2 crochet orders. I don't have any other craft hobbies. This is it. Just diamond painting, nothing else. I can hear Tammy yawning. I think she's going to be going to bed soon. Yeah, 25 past 10. I mean, once I get this done, that'll be the biggest areas done. Oh, it's a channel, okay. Ah, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, I think, with diamond painting. If you've got poor eyesight, you're going to struggle. Sometimes it's hard enough to see when your eyes are okay. Mm, Tammy is definitely going to bed. I can hear her talking to her daughter. She's yawning more than she's talking. She also sells diamond paintings. Cool. You can tell I'm trying to concentrate on this now. Try to hurry up. Oops. Okay, I think that sound's done. Into 8. Five people in. Is everybody still awake? It's oops. 'Your time opinion. I feel like I'm getting somewhere now. So I wish it was only 5:30 here. 10:30. Just never realised it was going to take this long. Bad one. So what's for dinner? Food is always a good topic. I don't even know how to pronounce that, never mind what it is. What is that? Is it pierogies? 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 I've never heard of that. Yeah, it's like when you go to the same supermarket again and again, you just get fed up looking at the same things. And then you go to a different supermarket and buy a load of stuff that you weren't intending to buy because you've never seen it anywhere else. Or going for groceries when you're hungry. That is always a bad idea. Next time. I said it correctly the first time. It's Ukrainian. They're almost like dumplings, a dough outside with potatoes on the inside. Usually they're fried with onion. That sounds good. Some people like, yeah, I was just gonna say, can you put meat? Could you put like chicken in them? Or is it traditional not to have meat? Or some like pulled pork or something like that? Ah, right, okay. Potato and onion, that sounds good. Okay, really getting somewhere now. The last main colour. Number four. Number four. Wait a minute. Number 8. Nearly missed the centre of the flower. I see I missed the number 3, so I'll do that. Number 4. I brought home some chilli from work. It was really good. Sounded like Tammy dropping her phone. Homemade chili. My new diet. What do you mean, my change of food? Avoiding all the good stuff. It's going okay. It's not really a diet, it's just have to avoid certain things like cholesterol and the bad fats. Have to avoid things like burgers, hot dogs, pizza, shrimp. Too much cholesterol in shrimp. I saw orchid root for the first time about 2 weeks ago. One of the chefs was cutting it up, and I was looking at it thinking, what is that? All the holes in it. He said it's orchid root. They cut it very thinly and make like chips out of it. really weird looking thing. It's a vegetable. You should look it up. Weird looking. Still haven't finished it. About 10 minutes.
Okay, it's late.
I know.
Everybody's in bed.
I know. Okay. Should definitely have started this earlier. She's already gone. I'll be going very soon.
Did you tell everybody hi from me?
Helen said
Did you tell them what we were going to do tomorrow?
no.
Aw.
Mama said good night,
Oh, okay, good night.
and Helen said bye, Tammy.
Look, it looks good. You're almost done.
It's pink. Dave is now Davina. I thought Dave the dragon is now Davina the dragon.
Davina, cool. Took longer than you thought.
It took a lot longer. That's what I was saying. I should have started earlier.
Yeah.
I'm nearly done.
Cool. I'm going to open bed.
Good.
See you in a bit.
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Okay, she's gone. Okay, left one. Okay. Cool. What are we doing tomorrow? Tomorrow, we are getting, well, not tomorrow, on Monday, we are getting a new bed. And the guys, which bills are sticking? Go. The guys are coming on Monday morning to take our old bed away and build a new bed. So Sunday night, we won't have a bed. But I work in a hotel and we get 4 free nights a year stay. So we're going to stay at the hotel tomorrow night. And Tammy's going to come back early so she can be here for the guys because they'll be here between 8 and 12 on Monday morning. So a free stay at the hotel. Should be quite nice. 5-star. So looking forward to it. A micro vacation. The good thing for me is I just got up and go downstairs when I'm at work. So I don't need to get the bus and the metro in. I just get the elevator and I'm there. Finally, so that is it. Davina the dragon is complete. Final touch for the video. Put the logo in. Yeah, well, tomorrow we're going to take our bed apart so it's already out the room, so we can totally clean the room before they put the new bed in. Because you know what it's like underneath beds, it's all dusty, so we want to clean all that. So when the new bed goes in, everything's nice and clean. So yeah, we'll be check-ins at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so any time after that. So yeah, that's something a bit different for us. So that's it. Davina the dragon will be appearing in a YouTube short and on Instagram. Hopefully, if the video is short enough. I think 1 minute is the time limit. So we'll see. So that's it. Pretty quiet live. But thanks for dropping in. It's nice to see people dropping in that I know. And thanks for chatting. Always makes it more interesting for me when people comment. So thanks for that. Really appreciate it. So I'm heading off to bed. And I'm not sure when I'm going to be doing the next unboxing. I've still got a stack of stuff to do, but finding time is a problem. I think I'll probably do the one that's missing. I bought 4 of these little ones. I'll do a review of the last one, and then I'll be doing that as a time lapse, and it will be quicker than this one. Doesn't have as many drills. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and in the meantime, take care, be safe, and wash your hands.